Hi, in this video I will create a query. Let's look at our project. First of all, queries are object-oriented inquiries. We use this in forms and a lot of different places. Also, we can use in our codes. I will create a job for this. Let's create a job first. For example, if I want uh, a select like this, mm, sorry, a little bit slow. It's unfed activity table. Okay, and I want to join with activity type, for example. Okay. Now, if I want to do this, the best way is like this. Join. Join means inner join. If I want, I use other joins like alter or exist not exist, but I just want to use inner join here and write where like this. Activity type ID. Activity type ID. Yes. Maybe another range to our form. Maybe activity status. Yes. For example, approved. Uh, okay. This is a simple select Y select query, but it's not object-oriented query. It's a static query. If I want to create a object-oriented inquiry, I have two options. First, I can use query framework to create a, a object-oriented query in my job, or I can visually create a query in AOT and use in our code. First, let's create in code uh, for the same code, same select. I need some objects. First, I need a query object. Let's set query. Also, I need query run. Run. Also, I need a I need query build data source for my data source. Query Okay. Let's create a query field range also. Here. Okay. Now I need to create new object from my query. Okay. So I created a new query object, and this query object has lots of methods. For adding data source, I will use add data source. For adding, we use table IDs. For this, we use table now. Okay. Now I add a new data source here. I set select activity table, and I will use like this. Now I have my data source here, and I want to join activity type to this data source. For this, I need to use this one, also add data source, and this table num. Now let's copy this here. Now I set select activity table join activity type, but uh, I don't set which relation will you use like this. So there are two options for this. I can use at link method, or I can use relation. Of course, I can assign this one to this one too. Now, with this one, I can set relation true. I know they have these two tables have relation, so I can use this one, or I can use at link. Uh, I For this I need to use field IDs like this field num. So I need another field. Let's look at again. First is parent, so I'll use this one and activity type ID. And second is this one, also activity type. So these two line is same code for me. So it's not important which one. So let's close this one and use this one. Now I set select join and where condition. Now I need to add this one too. For this, I need to use this data source and add range. Add range needs also a field ID. Let's use this one. Of course, this time is a little bit different. Now I can appoint this one to my query build range. With query build range as value, but value method is only working with string values, so I need to convert my enum to string. But most of the time I use this one. This CSV query class is converting everything for me, so it's a very good option to use. Okay. Now I set this, but still I need a while, and also I need to info the results. For uh, for for running this query, I need query run. But first of all, I forget to add join mode. Let's add a join mode for this one. Join mode is a enum. So let's use this one. Sorry, I will use inner join here. If I don't want to use inner, I choose anyone. Now let's create query run. Okay. Now I created my query run object. Now I need to create a while statement for this query run. Okay, while query run next. Okay. Now I write this one, but still I need to create a table buffer for my records. So let's copy this one. For table buffers, I need to get from my query run. So let's write query run not get. I need to use table num for this one. Let's copy from here. Copy. Let's change this one. Okay. Now I have activity table in my hands. Now I can write this one. Okay, I know it's a little bit complicated than this, but this has a lot of advantages. First of all, it's object oriented, and if I have condition, for example, if I want to join activity type or another table with condition, I can do it from here, but from here it's not possible. You need to write another select query for this kind of changes. Also, uh, this is this can be interact with user. Uh, so it's a very uh, actually it's a simple structure, but you need practice for this one. So what we do, let's go back and talk about it a little bit more. First of all, I need to create a new query and add a data source. Also, I need to add a new sub data source to my activity table. Also, I uh, I will define my join type and my link. Also, I add a new range here. After I set the values of this range. After that, I need to create a query run, and I run this query and get my table buffer here. And finally, I info the record. Now, let's create this same query in AOT. I am adding new item here. And that's a model query. Okay, this is my activity query. First of all, I need to drag and drop my activity table to data source and activity type to this one. Now I have properties here. Let's look at our properties. First of all, uh, first of all, use relation. If I set use relation, it will create automatic relation here. Let's look at. Sorry, it's not created, but it will use. And let's go back again and new relation. This time I need to select my join data source activity table and fields, of course, activity type ID and activity type ID. Oh, this is the relation name. So if I set relation name, it will change this one. So I need to select from here. Now, as you can see, activity table, activity type ID, activity type ID. Okay, I created new relation. Also, I need to add a new range from here. And field, I will select activity status and value. I need to write value with a number here. I can write, I think, 1 like this. Now, this query is ready for me to use. I can use this query in forms, views, and in my code. Uh, let's go back to our job. If I want to use these uh, designed queries, I can use from here. When I create new query, there is an option to source. So I can give this query name to this one, and I don't need these lines anymore. But of course, I need to query run if I want to run this query. So uh, this all this one is created like this from here. I can do anything, uh, same thing with this or with this. This will open to everyone. Don't forget this. If you create a query in AOT, every developer will see this. But this is in your code and it will not used again. This will used again and again. Also, this can be used different places. For example, you can use in a form and another developer used its in a class. Uh, so when you change this, all the related object will affect from this change. Sometimes it's not a good thing to use like this because uh, when you create a new query, you think it's only yours to use, but you don't consider someone else did dependencies about this query. So most of the time, I choose to create this kind of queries in my code, but it's not mandatory. You can use these both type. Which one do you like? As I said, I prefer to use this one, but you can use visual type also. So it's enough. The queries has a lot of properties and there are lots of things to talk about them. But for this video, it's enough. It's almost 20 minutes. So I hope it's helping. you need to you need to work with query a lot. You need to write your own examples, and next videos I will talk about form data source and form queries. I hope it's helping. Happy tax.